Guillermo goes, Pearl, please stand up and turn around and throw a jab at the chick behind you so she can stop cutting people off.
Tell her to try it.
I think Pearl will fuck you up, but that's
You
all.
think so?
All right, here we go. Here we go. We're live-ish on Twitch, YouTubes, Instagram. Look, we're out here doing the thing. Since it might end up on YouTube, I had to do a quick little flex. I'm gonna try to relax a little bit. I haven't been live streaming in a minute, right? But today, there was a special little thing that just happened. Everybody, you're watching it right now. Fresh and Fit. They have historically a little bit of beef with Pearl. And like, it didn't look like they're going to work together with each other in any capacity anytime soon. But here we are. So, I don't know, maybe whatever is next. So let's check this out. Let's listen to what's going on, and you're going to get to hear some real reactions, some authentic information, and maybe learn a couple things before you go to sleep tonight. Or before you start your day, depending on where in the world you are when you watch this. So, let's go.
You're controlling. That's the problem. That's your. No offense. I'm not.
I wouldn't go back to him. You're not
going
gonna respect him.
You can't.
And that's worse. You might end up abusing
You're never
him.
gonna like guys.
Because I know he's a good guy and he has amazing qualities.
The problem is,
I'm not blind.
I'm tuning into this just like you are, by the way, because I was troubleshooting rather than watching the stream the whole time.
You know what? Fuck this guy.
Here's the other thing too. Like,
Pay attention, see what they say.
Breaking up with
I don't have chat pulled up, by the way. I'll check chat periodically if at all possible. I'm sure it will be possible. But if you say something in chat, just bear with me. Be quiet. Relax. Listen. Type in chat all you want. Don't get mad if it takes me a second to get around to you. It's my first stream in a while.
Okay, I'm going back in. She went back in the casino, but she'll
quadrillion
realize the
years.
casino's going to close in about an hour.
I have a question.
I did
No,
YouTube.
because I had better before him, and I chose him because I wanted
Wait, you said
something
before.
different.
What also was going on before?
Because I had so many options before
Hold on.
him, and I didn't choose
Keyword
those
before.
people.
What happened before though?
What do you mean?
Like what you said before. That's a key word.
Like, before I met him,
The other guys?
there was
No, you were younger back
many
then.
guys
You
to
were
choose
younger.
from.
Yeah, but you were younger.
Like, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Are you saying like guys with money or something like this?
I had many options, and I
yeah.
chose him because he was loyal, he was honest, he had all these amazing qualities. But it was when he started
29.
behaving like this and switching up and doing things like this, I was like, I can't marry this guy. This is scary.
I want to tell you something I noticed. Whenever women use the traits that you just said, like loyal, on like the stuff
Pearl.
that you just said, they always dump them. Like I've just noticed that the
But
past
the
couple of
intention was
years.
not to dump him. The
You
intention
sound
was
like
to
No, but
marry
it
him.
doesn't.
You sound like you pity him.
Huh?
It doesn't matter what your intention. Like men don't care about your intentions.
That's it.
They don't care. They look at what you do. And so if you're listing like he's loyal, he's honest, he's this, men are going to hear that and say, oh well, if I'm loyal and honest and this to her, then she's
I
gonna dump me too.
mean, they're kind of not with all due respect, they're kind of anti-seductive qualities in a sense. Because if you think about the archetypal bad boy that women supposedly want, right? The James Bond, the Daniel Craig, is he loyal? Is he nurturing? Is he all
But I
those
chose
things?
him
No, it's
because
kind of
he
the
didn't
opposite.
have those things.
Right,
Okay.
but what gives you the tingles?
Was there a
What
cheater
gives-
before? I feel like there. I feel like there was a cheater before him.
You know what's funny?
I have a
Yo,
feeling.
Troy,
No, actually, never been with a cheater. Never been with that many
Douchebag.
guys.
Real quick.
Asshole.
Troy,
No
she had fun with the guys that were fun, exciting,
Yeah.
bad boys.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm getting older.
Yeah,
I have to
so
settle
now-
down. I'm gonna find a guy's loyal. They gotta take care of me, and is somewhat nice to me.
Yeah.
But you chose this guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a nice guy with money doesn't mean frame. So by
Exactly,
default,
yeah.
you stayed in the game for a little bit. Oh, you know what? He's choosing money and
Gotta
business
last
over
her
me.
out. Gotta last
I'm
her
out.
out.
We're happier with a guy that cheats than a guy that's safe.
I don't know.
No,
That's a strong
You can
opinion
say no,
there.
and I get it. I used to say no, that's not true. But I just look at what we do.
I think it's
It's
subconsciously,
middle,
isn't
you know?
it?
I feel
It's-
like it's just the way someone
it's just-
behaves. Like,
She
I
says
want
that
someone
women are
who's
happier
like-
with a man that
I
cheats
should be
than a man that
respected.
doesn't.
Yes,
That's both
I
true
mean,
and
it
false,
doesn't-
right?
it doesn't
I think
matter.
the kind of man who is able to have multiple women has a lot of qualities that will allow him to attract multiple women, and that's attractive.
Mindset about
You know what
men
will
or
humble
women
these
to men.
chicks?
If a woman has a lot of
Yeah.
options, She doesn't respect.
Is if they could see the inbox
She doesn't respect the options.
of the
as
men
much.
who have
Yeah.
The
DM'd
crazy
them.
thing is, I would have respected him if he had just been like, okay, you let me know
You
when
said
you're
you had
free.
flaked
Just
on
be
it.
Let me
times.
clue some of you
said it
females
literally
in
earlier.
on a
You had
little
flaked on him a bunch of times, then he got
because
frustrated. Respond with that.
guys DM you
Because I'm
and it goes
hunting,
straight to your
I'm
small
shooting,
brain
I'm
sometimes.
doing
Right?
stuff.
But
You
the
didn't
thing
want
is,
to
if you
But if you could
really
see
like
his
him-
DMs,
and he's paying for
you would
the
see
ride.
that he's talking to
It's
several other girls.
It's like, and I think
But more
sometimes we lie
importantly,
to
you will
ourselves,
see that
but
he has
it's- if you
DM'd
really like
like
him, you're not gonna-
1,000
you
other
big
girls.
time. It's just-
Literally, in a
cannot
lot
buy
of
that one.
cases.
It comes back
A
again. No
1,000
offense, but
other females.
you're a very pompous
If you don't
female from what
respond,
I've seen.
Oh,
and you chose to
Why?
respond to him in like a month from now, he wouldn't even
Yeah.
fucking remember where you came from.
Yeah.
I do have very high
Probably a
standards.
week
Yeah.
from the
And
date
I
that
can
he
tell from the way you
DM'd.
speak,
Speak about
tonality,
Maybe even a
which
couple
is
days
fine,
later.
Which is fine. But understand
He wouldn't even remember
that,
who the fuck you were.
If you're gonna behave that way,
So don't
you want a
let
certain
guys
caliber of
DMing you
guy
go to your
that's gonna come with certain
head.
things,
That's
and you
that's
need to humble
retarded.
yourself and
Guys hit up a
understand
lot of
you're
girls
special
because
than you are. But,
number
you know,
conversion,
you
right?
think that, oh,
If you want to
well,
get
that's
bitches,
not
then you
true.
have
So
to
I'm
hit up a
gonna behave
bunch
however I
of
want,
chicks,
blah, blah, blah. You know
and
what
then it
ends up happening?
filters and
They
trickles
just fucking
down
never take you
into
serious.
just a few.
Myron, can I tell
But you have to
something
start
that
off with like a
I
whole
kind of observed
basket.
about
It's like
men
sifting
quite
for
a lot.
gold, right? You start off with all these
Men
rocks and shit,
seem to
and you're just
find
sifting
you
through
more
like a
attractive
ton of
to
sand
you
to
more
find a
than
couple
worse
nuggets.
you treat them anyway.
That's how it is
Yeah,
hitting up
why
chicks
is that?
You know what
sometimes.
they do? You know what they do? Well,
What?
number one, those are men you don't
Secret's
respect.
out.
And
You've
then
been
when
humbled.
they do pursue you like that and you treat them like shit, you know what they do a lot of the times? They sell you a dream, have sex with you, and leave you.
Oh, good thing I don't entertain it. But I'm just saying, treat them mean, keep them keen.
I mean,
That's what they, and I want to know why. Because obviously, you say all of these things, but my reality as a woman is so different. Because you guys are talking from, you not just being men and amongst your bros, but as a woman, what you experience from a man is very different. We see a totally different side to you guys.
All right,
and
let's
you
hear
probably
this.
just probably don't even, you're not even honest with each other.
This is the
about.
chick who likes
so
lies,
I'm not gonna
by the
lie
way.
to you. You're telling me that, oh, my value's gone down because I'm old, because I'm this, because I'm that. But my
That's true.
reality is, I get much more men on me to even want to wifey me than I ever did in my life
They're
at
losers,
this
though.
age. No, they're actually not losers.
Then why don't you want them?
Because listen, listen,
Why do we?
listen,
Knows
I'll
what
tell
she
you
wants.
why.
You dig
I'm
yourself
gonna let
up.
Myron
Do
handle
you know
this
why I
one
don't want them? Because
before
I'm
I start to
taking
get
my
a headache.
time to know because I went through a very traumatic experience, which means that I
You're
have to be more
31.
diligent. It doesn't matter. I have to be more diligent with the people that I end up going for because I'm very aware of the traps that life can set for me. So I'm going to be careful.
I just
But that doesn't mean that I don't get if I want the option.
Are we
to
looking at a
actually-
human who was
AKA,
born
you
without a
don't
brain?
like them, period.
No, I don't want them just yet.
Scientists
Hold
will
on,
tell you
hold
that
on. Real
can't
quick,
really
let me
happen,
ask you
but
this. If I whacked off to porn,
the proof is in the pudding.
and busted a nut, you know, watching porn every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I came in here and said, "Yo, I got a bunch of options," would you look at me like I'm crazy?
Well, I would ask you, what do you mean by options?
I got a bunch of options with girls on there that I could whack off to, man. I got options.
What, do the girls come to you? Do you spend time with them? Do they want to actually actively spend time with you?
No, I got options. I'm busting a nut, man. I'm with different types of girls, variety, baby.
Well, okay.
But not physically.
The answer is no. I'm a fucking idiot.
I don't
I'm an
don't know
idiot.
your life. You could
No.
pass on
Let's
Pornhub every
be
day, you
honest
don't
here. I'm a
bang
fucking
girls.
retard if I say that because it takes no skill
Facts.
for me to whack off
Mm-hmm.
and bust a nut to different girls. It takes no skill for you to have men on you.
Well, it kind of does. The way that they're hunting me kind of does, actually.
Bruh, you just exist.
No, I don't just exist. I built myself to be like this. And that's
So this
why
chick
men,
who
I
can't
try
keep
to
a
be
man
more, even the way that I dress. From how I even
thinks
do my
that
hair,
men are
from
beating
how I
down
do
her
my
door to
makeup,
be with her.
How I dress.
Come
If
marry
I want
her.
to really attract
She
men, I
can't
gotta change the way I dress.
keep a
I know
man.
how
She
to
can't.
change
She's
everything.
not
Using
married.
the chat,
She
like,
doesn't
oh,
have
the
it.
chat,
Listen,
guys
the way
right here,
that I
they're shaking
dress.
their-
Listen, the way
We don't care about that.
You kind of do, because the way that I
No.
dress is what's going to show off certain
No.
things. Like,
You-
for example,
you guys
today,
probably thought
I-
that
if I dress like this
only
to go
kids
out, I know exactly the
in like
things
high
that I
school
want.
said stuff that's retarded, but
That's okay if they want to smash.
apparently
depending on how
grown-ass
I dress.
chicks
I
can
know
say
the ones
some
that
It
want
does
dumbass
not
shit
refute the
too.
point. Look. Again, once again, you're doing a terrible job of debating your point. What you're arguing
Some of these
is
chicks might
my
actually
level
need to
of
be mentally
attention
evaluated
increases and decreases
and
based
put
on
in
how much time I
medication
spend on
and
my
restricted from
appearance.
their rights.
However, you cannot refute the
That's
fact.
not what I said. Exactly.
If you're talking like
That's
this
quite
chick,
my literally
my
what
point
you
is
just
you
said.
should not
My
have the
point
full
is
rights
that
of
I
everybody
attention
else.
now
My
Let me just say
makeup,
that.
putting myself
I mean it
together
too. I'm not even
directly
fucking around.
influences my
I'm
level of
1,000%
attention.
No, it
serious.
can.
However,
She needs
it
a
does
fucking
not reflect, it does not
safety
reflect what I
helmet.
said when I said you simply still have to exist to get the attention. Whether you can amp it up, of course, but if you decided to not amp it up, they're still coming.
Okay, then let me add another layer to this. That's
No, you lost.
No, I didn't lose, and I'll explain to you why. Because the way that men speak to me, obviously you're only speaking to me like this because you don't know me in your gas, because you're on your podcast.
I don't know her.
I'm the sort of
You don't
woman-
have to know
listen,
somebody
let me make
to
it
know
make
that they're
sense.
full of shit.
Let me
It
make
doesn't
it
make
sense.
sense.
Listen,
You
I'll make
think-
sense.
you
I'll
think
make sense
talking
of
more-
it.
stop,
For example,
stop,
you're
hold
the
on,
only
stop,
person that
stop,
speaks
stop.
to
Need
me
to
like
kick her
this.
out.
You're
You
the only
think talking
person.
more helps it? It doesn't.
No, it's not about it
It just
helps. I'm
continues
explaining
to
to you.
make you realize, look crazy.
Men respect me outside of this space because I'm dealing with you, and obviously, like
There's
I
not
said,
a-
you're a different type of rich asshole that I've
Nah.
not met before.
There's not
But-
an SY or an
Man,
XX
I'm
chromosome on the
tell you
planet
the
that
truth.
respects
No,
that
you're
chick.
not.
Probably.
You're actually not.
Neither.
What have they
You're
told you?
actually not.
Have other guys told you
You
you're
are
masculine?
actually not.
And-
Literally, you are actually not.
What
I
have they
have a
told
lot
you?
of guy friends, and you know what? A lot of my no, I actually do. I have a lot of brothers. I've got people that care
They
for me.
wanna
Actually,
fuck you.
listen, it's up to you what you want to say, bro. I know
This
the
chick
kind
has
of person
imaginary
that I am.
friends.
Don't be judging me just because I've got nyash and I
Janava,
dress like this and
Janava,
because I'm a
Janava,
woman.
Janava.
I have substance as a person, and
I
that's
like
really
you as a
important.
person.
I don't care about
Outside
whether
of
you
What's your
like me or
argument?
not.
What's your argument right
My
now?
argument simply
What's your
also
argument?
comes to say my substance as a woman to be respected and to be spoken to how men speak to me that I don't see them speaking to other women is because I work on myself to be who I am, and it takes a lot of effort because I'm not the same
She
person
probably
as
couldn't
a
tell you
baby
who the
that goes
fuck
to
she
the club
is.
and gets moved to, and a guy has the balls to go up to her and say, I want to fuck you. God forbid a man would ever say
Do you
that to
remember
me
the
in real
original
life.
argument that we started this off on?
No, but what was it?
And fucking incredible.
No, because I'm trying to get you to tell me.
You just realized you went on an entire tirade and you don't know what the fuck you were arguing
No,
for.
I do know, but I don't
That
know
is
what
what I'm
you're
trying to say.
get
When I say, like, do you guys see this shit? Like, yo, you went on an entire tirade and you don't even know what you're arguing for.
Can I just?
I do know what I'm
Can I
arguing
just-
for.
What, then, hold on, then what is it? What were you arguing?
I'm simply telling you that I look for things more than just money.
No,
I'm
no,
simply
that was not what the argument
Okay.
was.
Listen,
What was the argument?
I'm simply telling you that there's too many different things and too many different variables for me as a woman, individual, that will actually impact how people go towards me. For example, I've had to work
That
hard
wasn't
on
the
myself.
argument.
Listen,
That
I've
wasn't
had
it.
to. I've had to work.
That wasn't it.
Listen, it
That
wasn't
wasn't
it
it.
because you're telling me that I just need to exist.
That wasn't
and
it.
I try to explain to you that the way that I exist has taken a lot of work for me to be who I am and to look like this, to think like to be able to interact with
And
men.
what is that work?
I don't just exist.
What has she
Can
done
I
to
say
exist?
something?
If you walk into a nightclub,
Because
men
she
are
doesn't
gonna
look like she
approach
does
you
shit to
simply off
exist.
of
She
your
looks like
being.
crap.
Okay? They're not going to care about your education. They're not going to care about, you know, you studying U.S. foreign policy. They're not
He's
going to
about to
care
be
about
like, "You
your
look like
thoughts and
shit."
your substance and all this other crap that you talk about. They're simply going to approach you and give you the opportunity to talk to you, and that's by you existing.
No, based on what I look like.
And she looks like shit.
What I look like.
Existing.
What I look like.
You know, it doesn't.
If I dress
Same
like
thing.
a butch lesbian, no guy's gonna move to me.
It
Trust
doesn't.
me.
They
it
still
does-
will.
No, they
It
won't.
doesn't.
They will.
It doesn't
No.
matter how many copes that we give.
Pearl,
No, wait.
go on,
wait,
go on.
wait.
I'll ask you
I
a
can
question.
only imagine
I'd
the
rather you didn't.
Guillermo goes, Pearl, please stand up and turn around and throw a jab at the chick behind you so she can stop cutting people off.
Tell her
God
to
damn.
try it.
I think Pearl will fuck you up, but that's
You
all.
think so?
Pearl beat the shit
Okay.
out of
I
her.
deadlifted.
She's 6 foot plus.
I deadlifted.
We-
I
You
did-
think you're bad, yeah?
I
We
dead-
should do a boxing match.
Bro,
I
I don't
Put the
know
ring
what
right
this
here.
girl's
Do you know
talking
how
about.
strong I am?
Do you
And
know
then-
how strong I am?
I deadlifted like 275 today
wow.
for 6.
Pearl would
That's a lot.
murder
I
that
hit a
bitch.
850 on a punching machine.
That chick would be on life support
Oh,
after
sorry.
about 20 seconds with
Did you
Pearl.
literally just say,
I'm in-
what?
You know the punching machine? Here you go.
I mean, at the arcade.
No, in the hard hitters. So I'm just using any.
She literally just used
I mean, this
That's
chick in the
what she
pink,
did.
the
She
only
was
exercise she's
lifting
gotten
to
this
say that she
week
can beat
is
me up.
riding
How can
an
you say
elevator
anything,
up to
alright?
this fucking penthouse.
There we
No,
go, bro.
no, my point is, I'm a
Yo.
better shape than you. It's not okay.
Yo, that's
Yo,
what
you're the
think.
definition
Listen,
of arguing in bad
I'll give you
faith,
this.
man.
It's 4 in the morning, so we'll give it to you.
Yeah, good.
BK Green Eyes goes, this fatty in the pink needs to shut the fuck up. Her mom failed and she is the most annoying heifer on the planet. Castleless cow. You talk too much.
Of course I do. It's fine.
Like, shut the fuck up for 2
You shut the
seconds.
fuck up.
After
Yo, who the fuck are
Byron.
you talking
What the
to?
fuck? Who
This
you
is
talking
I'm
to?
gonna explain to you why this is actually so
Bitch, get the fuck off my shit. Bitch, get the fuck off my
amazing.
Shut
shit.
up. You're
Hey!
Get the fuck up out of here.
Castle, Frank Castle, let's
You're
go,
very
baby.
rude. You shut the fuck
Get
up.
the
You don't
fuck up
come
outta
to
here.
shut the fuck up.
Get the fuck up
See,
out
that's
of here.
crazy. She's masculine as fuck. She needs to put in the gloves and they need to box.
I don't.
By the way, I wasn't gonna do this video, so quick story. Quick story.
The woman is with
Oh,
a child.
damn.
is with
Why am I
child
built
for,
like that? Like,
you know, 18
what
years
has
or whatever
fucking
the child
gone
was, the
on?
man will just go, you know,
If I knew I was gonna be
man
on
doesn't
camera
have to
today,
be
I would've-
hot. Doesn't have to be
I would have
this
leaned up just a little bit earlier today just so I could have been a little bit more shredded for your lovely viewing pleasure.
What about you?
I have
My
a
vanity
comment.
knows
I
no
think
end.
it would be very
So instead of a
beneficial.
perfect 10 today, you're just gonna have to settle for a 9.995. was good.
I think.
But how I came
that would
across
be a good idea
this stream was I was actually
men
just watching this on
to
YouTube like the rest of you
drop the
guys.
actual gym
And then I saw,
to a
oh shit,
boxing gym or learn some martial
they're
arts,
going to
because
go
that'll give you not only
over to
exercise,
Rumble
but also give you
exclusively.
confidence in yourself.
And
So you
the
walk
reason why
around
this is a
feeling
big deal,
happy.
they do this all the time.
not bad
But
advice.
why this was a big deal is
Guys
because
should do
Pearl,
combat sport.
They definitely
like
don't.
I like Pearl.
They
I like
makes
what
them
Pearl
less
does for
bitchy,
the
you know?
red pill community,
Makes you
for
less
men,
scary.
for
It
women,
makes you a real
for
protector
bringing
and capable
people
and
together
confident.
on their traditional values.
And a
I
woman
think
will respect
Pearl's
you
fucking
because
great,
she's
guys.
a
If you're not following her, just
It's
fucking
not
go
bad
follow
advice,
her.
because guys should do
And
combat
Fresh
sport
Fit,
as well.
obviously
No,
follow
they
them,
should,
you know.
but women need to work on being
But when I was watching it, because
It's
like
not
they
about
had
even
some
for a
some
woman,
issues
you know?
in the
I think
past,
it's
and
just
it didn't
for
look like they would
ourselves.
Everyone deserves
ever
protection.
collaborate together, despite
Fuck outta
being in
here,
the
no.
exact same sphere, kind of like myself.
Not every girl deserves protection.
But here they are together. So I was
No,
like,
I
oh
don't
shit.
think so. I agree
I'll
with
tune in for that. Goddamn, I'm in the middle of doing other shit, but for that, I can pause it for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
And then they moved over to Rumble,
protection,
and I was like, ah,
like,
shit. So there's a bunch of
it's
people on
earned. It's
YouTube
not
who
just
might not
you.
have access to Rumble, people on Twitch who obviously aren't watching this on Rumble.
Why my life on the line for some fucking chick that
I
doesn't even suck my
assume.
dick in?
I was like, you know what? I need to actually like show this to people. I didn't want to just put the fucking stream up and just like, you know, plagiarize or some shit. Because yours truly also has some points to weigh in on. And let's be honest, I like hearing myself fucking talk. Oh, surprised? I bet you're not. So yeah, I was like, you know, let me go ahead and put this up, and we'll react to it
Why would I protect
live
the girl that I'm not getting
as a
sexual
group,
access to?
Why would I
and have an open debate about some of the topics that they're talking about. So yeah,
Yeah, like you got what
Oh,
the
that
hell?
makes sense actually. It's true, innit? That why are you gonna be sucking the dick of a man that ain't protecting you?
Yeah,
Because if you
exactly.
want to tell women to be better women,
Hold
you
on,
should
hold on,
say
hold
don't
on.
do those things unless a man is doing the right
That
things.
50% of the time that you fuck those guys that we were talking about earlier, did them niggas protect you? Oh,
facts.
Which guys?
Oh, she forgot already.
Yeah, that's that. There's not a whole lot I have to say in addition to what we just saw, because, you know, I touched on the points as they were happening. But that's the problem with the West, right? Is that the West has a real problem with truth. The West doesn't like it when you go, hey, look, this is how this thing is, this is how that thing is. They like to pretend that things are a certain way when they aren't. They have this idea of how they want things to work rather than how things actually work. You know, what if I just woke up and I was like, yo, I want everybody to have $1 million, and then I just proceeded to live life as though that was the thing, right? Well, think of all the problems we were having, especially if I was the government, right? A car, a Honda Civic, for instance, a Toyota Corolla, for instance, wouldn't cost, you know, $25,000, $22,000, $19,000 anymore. It would cost $200,000 because, you know what? Everybody is a millionaire these days, you know? Lambos would cost $5 million, you know? Your housing per month would be like $7,000, $9,000, you know? Because I would just be living as though everyone had $1 million, because that's how I think it should be. But guess what? That's not how it is. You have to live life in accordance to how it is, right? When people sit around and they're like, I want life to be this way, or life should be this way, and they don't prepare themselves for how life really is, that's when life beats the fuck out of them. Because you show up every day to battle and wrestle and sometimes even fight life. Rarely does life just show up and is harmonious with you and just there to give you what you need and want. A lot of times you have to strangle it out of life. And if you show up with these little kitty gloves on, ha ha ha, play, and life shows up to basically take your life, you're going to lose every time. You're going to end up working as a janitor. You're going to end up doing construction work or doing some shit that you don't really want to do. You're not going to be able to follow your dreams or make money from your passions. You're not going to have a girl that's hot. You're not going to have a man that knows how to run the show. You are going to fail every single time. And the reason you're going to fail is because you try to approach life the way you think it should be rather than how it is. That's how a lot of females live their life, right? And without parents to teach them, without a system to guide them, they end up fucking delusional, because females by nature are extremely whimsical. You thought I was going to say stupid or retarded or something. They can be, but they're extremely whimsical by nature. Even the smart ones are whimsical by nature, right? Girls in my life have always been whimsical. Even if they're red pill, they're whimsical, you know? They're still going to look at the more rosy, more positive side of a lot of situations, you know? And, you know, men oftentimes will look at like doom and gloom a little too much, but looking at something doomery and gloomery, right, will at least allow you to prepare for the worst outcomes. And when that doesn't happen, be ecstatic and happy with the more positive and good outcomes. When you're just looking and expecting things to be good, even when they're probably not going to be, that's when you can get crushed by bad news or bad things and be unprepared to handle them, so they become even worse things. It's simple, guys. Look at the world for what it is rather than what you want it to be. And then you can prepare to make the world into what you want it to be for you and those around you. See, changing the world to be this ideal place isn't a feasible goal. Changing your reality so that everything around you is what you want it to be is. Think about Dan Bilzerian, Andrew Tate, Hugh Hefner. These are men who were able to change their reality so that they had millions of dollars, sports cars, lots of girls, very few actual hard problems. You know? That's what they were able to achieve. And that's what you can achieve. And make sure that those who are around you, those who are true to you, those who believe in you, support you, and help you can enjoy those things. But if you just show up with, oh, things shouldn't be that way, and that's your answer for how to be successful, you will never be successful. You will never have the girls that you want. You will never have the cars that you want. You will never have the house that you want. And eventually you won't even have the health that you want. So, lesson today, don't be delusional. And of course, you can't deposit excuses. God Connecticut, always looking good, lean, sometimes a little mean, and by some measures of others, a bit obscene. I'm going to see you in the next video, and of course, I'll be here as long as you're watching. Even though this was a stream, don't expect it every day, but it could happen again. See you in the next video. God Connecticut out.
But the people are retarded.